What's up, ladies and gents? CenterStrain01, your host. Welcome to my gameplay for Forza Motorsport 7. We're going to be using the new Porsche. We're going to take this out. Obviously, if you guys remember watching the Xbox press conference and you saw this bad boy on stage, so we're going to give it a test drive. This is gameplay in 4K 60 frames a second, so hopefully you guys will enjoy. So first off, I love racing games. I really do, but I've never had the time to really sit down and play a lot of them. This was one of those games that I was actually sitting down at an event and I wanted to continue to play. Normally, I like to go around to all different types of games to get as much footage as I can, but I wanted to sit here and continue to play this. It looks absolutely amazing. This is one of the first times where I felt that I was really here in this environment, being the driver and forging my way into hopefully first place. But I guess you'll have to see at the end of the video. So again, for those of you, I've been a huge fan of racing games since, Gran Turismo, even way back before then, in the 90s. I mean, Need for Speed back then was one of my favorites. What was it, Outrun? There's so many great racing games, arcade-ish, right? So I've never been a real huge fan of the more realistic kind, just because I've never sat down and really paid a lot of attention to what goes into being a successful driver in the more realistic simulation type of games. But this one just drew me in for some reason. I don't know why. I really can't explain it. It was so fun to play. I didn't want to put it down, and I don't know. It's just something about this that actually makes me want to keep playing. And it's probably mostly the graphics and the way the cars feel. They feel really like they had very weighty and just realistic. I mean, obviously I drive, so I know what realistic cars feel like, but this just had that something that just, again, made me want to keep going. The dynamic weather, you're going to see the weather completely change during the middle of this match here, this race, and it's really going to it adds so much to the game because of how things can change from one way to the other. Beginning of the race might seem like this, blue skies, beautiful, and then it could go in to where it's raining and slippery and you have to be even more cautious. And that is a cool feature to have in a game that just does it so well and dynamically. I remember back on the original Xbox, Project Gotham Racing, that was like the first game that I was like, whoa, we're starting to get into where racing games can look as realistic as they can, and it just keeps getting better. So I played multitudes of racing games over the past week at E3, from Project Cars 2 to obviously Forza 7, the Crew 2, so many Need for Speed. I mean, lots of different ones. And I gotta say, this was the one that I enjoyed the most when it comes down to driving. I enjoyed the Crew 2 the most when it comes down to the plane part. Flying around was really cool. But this one, the driving is just good. As you can see, I'm using all the different camera angles so you can get a real kind of sense of the speed from the different angles that you have. So I'm not going to talk any more of this video. I just want to show it off to you guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the channel to allow me to be able to make these videos for you and to go to these types of events. If it wasn't for you, obviously I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you also to the Patreons that help me to continue to do this, as well as times are rough when it comes to ads on YouTube. So again, thank you to the patrons out there. And if you ever want to become a Patreon, you can look in the description below, click on the link, and you will be directly helping me to continue to do what it is that I love to do and show these games off to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the race, and of course, I will see you next time. Peace out.